Hey there, Dr. Dallas Bragg here, recovery coach for men who have sex with men who want to break free from the addictive patterns of crystal meth and live their best and highest life. Today we're talking about leveling up your recovery through perception shifts. Changing the way you look at relapse and other life experience is the key to breaking out of meth use and stepping into your best and highest life. So stay tuned for the entire video. On this channel, you're going to find lots of resources to help you break free from TINA and attain your best and highest life. Also, don't forget to look for my podcast. It's called the After Meth Podcast here on this channel as well. I drop a long form video just like this one every other Saturday. The podcast comes out every Thursday, so please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of them. By the way, if you're interested, I have a one-on-one coaching program. It's called Recovery Alchemy. The link to apply is in the show notes. So through weekly one-on-one sessions, weekly group sessions, and daily accountability, your life could look much differently in 6 months than it does now. If you take one concept from my content, and maybe this is the first video you've ever watched, so I want you to take this with you as well. The key to recovery and happiness is reframing how you interpret or respond to life experience. The only difference between someone who has a substantial amount of abstinent time and someone who's caught up in the relapse cycle is the ability to shift perception. Successful recovery is about perception, not perfection. So today, I want to explain in more practical detail what I mean by this because I say it a lot. I want you to refer to last week's video, and it talks about applying stories to your life. Everything we experience in life is neutral. We get to choose the meaning and the story around it. Our choice either empowers or disempowers. Hence the importance of reframing the way you see relapse, setbacks, mistakes, and what you perceive as negative events. So I want you to listen and integrate this. In recovery, when it feels like you're falling backward, you're actually just reaching the bottom of your next level up. Life is all about levels, similar to a video game, which were created to mimic life, but not hierarchy type levels like we are prone to think. When we feel like we're relapsing or regressing, we're often standing at the threshold of our greatest transformation. If you frame your life this way, you begin to feel grateful for setbacks and mistakes. I don't usually use sports metaphors, but it's kind of like you were the star player on the junior varsity team, which was your stretch of abstinence, and now you're sitting on the bench of the varsity team, which is your new level after using. It's higher, but it temporarily feels lower. This is how all of life works, but especially when we are on the recovery journey. So let's explore how we can transform our relationship with pain and create new destinies in recovery. Number 1, the test is not the setback, it's the setup. So when we set a powerful intention for our recovery journey, be it sobriety, connection, self-love, we're often immediately presented with this exact opposite. So if you want peace, here comes chaos. You want clarity? Welcome confusion. You want connection? Hello, isolation. This isn't the universe being cruel. It's equipping you with the skills you need to get what you ultimately want. The method is never what you expect. So think about it. If you want muscles, you need resistance. If you want diamonds, you need pressure. If you want transformation, you need challenges that force you to choose differently. The beauty in recovery isn't avoiding these tests, but recognizing them as invitations to practice our new way of being. Each moment we choose differently than our addiction would have us choose, we're collapsing time and shifting into a new destiny. David Guillaume says, every time you put a goal out there and you're clear about your goal, the second thing you're going to experience is the opposite of that goal, because the opposite is what creates the vessel to hold the goal. Number 2, your why creates your way. One of the most powerful forces in sustainable recovery is clarity about your why. When we're vague about what we want and why we want it, the universe and our subconscious cannot support us. Many of us enter recovery with a primary goal of abstinence. I want to quit meth. I want to quit meth isn't the why that is going to propel your life into its best and highest version. And abstinence alone isn't sustainable without a deeper why. So what's on the other side of sobriety for you? What gift are you here to give? What does your perfected self look like and feel like? This week, I invite you to spend some time with those questions, not from a place of pressure or performance, but really genuine curiosity. Your intuition knows the answer. The visions, the ideas, and the whispers that come to you are not random. They're glimpses of your potential futures and they're answers to your questions. But when you're clear about your why, even the darkest moments become navigatable because you know exactly what you're moving toward. Number 3, choose to be whole in the moment. We've been conditioned to believe that something is always missing, that we're incomplete without certain achievements or relationships or states of mind. This perception of lack is what drives our addiction. I am not enough. The revolutionary practice in recovery is choosing to be whole in every moment, especially when we feel our most broken. So try this mantra when pain or craving arises. I am whole at this moment. I am not missing anything. It might look like I am, but I choose to be whole. It's not denial of your circumstances. It's recognition that your worthiness isn't dependent on external factors. It's inherent. It's your inherent right. And when you choose this perspective, you activate a different energetic frequency. You activate a different mood and viewpoint, one that attracts experiences that match your wholeness. But if you think you're empty and you're not enough, you're attracting an experience that matches your emptiness. The real transformation in recovery then isn't just abstinence. It's recognizing that you were never broken to begin with, just temporarily disconnected from your inherent wholeness. All right, so here's some common reframing challenges that you may have already thought while listening to this video. When I suggest reframing experiences in recovery, it's natural to encounter resistance in your mind. So let's address some common barriers to reframing and how to work through them. Okay, authentically. All right, one is, this feels like toxic positivity or denial. Many people worry that reframing is just putting a positive spin on genuinely difficult situations. But the distinction here is very crucial. Denial ignores the reality. Reframing acknowledges reality, but chooses a different meaning for it. It's not about pretending everything is fine when it isn't, but it's asking, what else might this experience be teaching me? So try this. When something feels like toxic positivity, ask, what truth might I access if I at least try this perspective? My problems are objectively real, yes, not just perception. Yes, the challenges of recovery are very real. Withdrawal symptoms, damaged relationships, and financial consequences are not imaginary. Reframing doesn't dispute these realities. It changes how we relate to them. So remember, you can acknowledge the reality of your situation while still choosing how you interpret the meaning in your life story. So both the pain and your power to interpret it can exist simultaneously. Another one is, I've tried positive thinking before and relapsed anyway. Yes, reframing isn't about positive thinking alone. It's about meaning making. The difference is positive thinking says everything will be fine. Reframing asks, what can I learn from this that makes me stronger? When you've tried reframing and still struggled, it may indicate you need additional support tools alongside your perspective work. Not that reframing itself doesn't work. Okay, another one's, it's easier to reframe when things are going well. Absolutely true. The hardest time to practice reframing is precisely when you need it the most, when you're in it. This is why developing the skill during smaller challenges prepares you for the bigger ones. So start small. Practice reframing minor frustrations first, like losing your keys. Build the neural pathways when the stakes are low so they're available when you face the more significant challenges. All right, listen, recovery is not a straight line. I've said this before. It's a spiral that sometimes appears to bring us back to where we started, but it's actually higher. But with each turn, we're actually ascending, right, to higher ground. What feels like regression is often progression in disguise. When you reframe your experiences through this lens, every challenge becomes an opportunity. Every craving becomes a chance to practice your new way of being. Every moment of discomfort becomes a setup for your new breakthrough. Remember, your perception creates your reality. By choosing to see yourself as whole, by clarifying your deeper why, and by recognizing tests as setups rather than setbacks, you're not just recovering, you're evolving as a person. This journey isn't about getting back what addiction took from you. It's about becoming someone you've never been before. Someone who transforms pain into power and struggle into strength. You're not broken seeking repair. You're powerful beyond measure, remembering who you truly are. And that remembering, that reconnection to your inherent wholeness, that really is ultimate recovery. That's your level up. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you next week.